welcome to Faith and Entertainment. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is on Chuck Norris, per se, and he recalls his friendship with Ronald Reagan and the 40th president's bold faith. Writing in WND, martial artist, actor, and producer Chuck Norris shared about his friendship with former President of the United States, Ronald Reagan. Norris, who's 81, said that while he celebrated his mother's 100th birthday and Mother's Day, two of them also observed May 6th, the National Day of Prayer. At one point in the weekend, we were watching a news story about how President Biden's National Day of Prayer proclamation this past week didn't even mention the term God in it. My centurion mother said as she watched, it would never be like that in the old days of America when I was growing up. Got me reminiscing about my favorite president, who also became my friend, Ronald Reagan, Norris recalled. He didn't need to wait for sacred occasions. Reagan was like America's founders. He is never ashamed to mention God, whether in the Rose Garden speeches, National Prayer Breakfast, or wherever he was. His Easter and Christmas proclamations were overtly and unabashedly Christian while respecting other religions. Both Norris and Reagan had careers in Hollywood, but what Norris appreciated most about the 40th President of the United States was his faith in God. Norris cited a Washington Post article that talked about how Reagan's mother, Nell Wilson Reagan, became the catalyst for her son's great faith. In a 1937 letter to the family of her former pastor, Nell assured them that her radio announcer's son, who landed a 7-year movie contract with Warner Brothers, would not be influenced by such a wicked place as Hollywood, Norris wrote. Norris included the entire letter, and this is it. Dear friends, how is our young mother and her new baby getting along? I imagine little is still eligible, is thrilled over a little brother, but I'm awfully sorry he has a wheezes, as you call it. Let me hope he will outgrow his asthma. He's so young to have to suffer with that. I'm enclosing some clippings regarding Ronald. I hardly know how to explain our feelings, but when people ask me if am I not afraid to have him go to such a wicked place as Hollywood, all I can answer is that I feel I can trust him anywhere. He has never lost his high ideals of life, and when he called us to tell us the news, one of the first early broadcasters in Illinois who gave Ronald his first audition in radio, Pete MacArthur, talked to me too, and this is what he told me. I'm going to tell you something that your boy won't tell you. When The Wire came from Hollywood and we were all overjoyed at Dutch's, a name given to Ronald by MacArthur, good luck. We missed him from the office and sent one of the fellows to look for him. He soon came back saying he had discovered Dutch in one of his smaller studio rooms on his knees praying. He didn't let Dutch know that he saw him, and when he told all of us there in the office, he cried like babies. Friends, he does love God, and he never forgets to thank him for all his many blessings, and when we visited him, he told me of all the nice things that he would be able to do now for Eureka College if he won the 7-year contract with Warner Brothers. You know, he's been a wonderful son to us. His father hasn't had any work since June the 15th last year, and during all that time, I've received a $60 check the first of each month, and another one of the same amount the 15th of each month. And if he signs a 7-year contract and he's going to send for us, that is the thing that makes me so happy, to think that I can live my last days making a home for him. It's almost more happiness than I expected in his life. Thank you all for your kind wishes for me and mine, and we hope you'll write again. Sincerely, the Reagans. Nell Reagan was right. Her son clung to his faith throughout his successful run in Hollywood and became one of the most prominent presidents in American history. Ronald Reagan not only survived his Hollywood film career, but also thrived to become one of the most influential presidents in U.S. history, leading to end the Cold War and the fall of the Soviet Union, Norris wrote. And Reagan did it with the bedrock faith exemplified by his mother. Norris remembered Reagan's words at the 1984 ecumenical prayer breakfast in Dallas, Texas. This is just a small but powerful example of that speech, something that should be read or watched in the entirety in every classroom and living room in America. And right now, it would even serve as a great reminder and patriotic training for those presently occupying the Oval Office. Norris shared a portion of Reagan's speech. We establish no religion in this country, nor will we ever. We command no worship, we mandate no belief, but we poison our society when we remove its theological underpinnings. We court corruption when we leave it bereft or belief. All are free to believe or not to believe. All are free to practice a faith or not, but those who believe must be free to speak of and act on their belief, to apply moral teaching to public question. Without God, there is no virtue, because there's no prompting of the conscience. Without God, we're mired in material, that flat world that tells us only what the senses perceive. Without God, there's a coarsening of society. And without God, democracy will not and cannot long endure. If we never forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. No truer words were ever spoken. I loved Reagan. Reagan was a great president, just a great man. And he could find something funny in anything. I watched him get roasted by Don Rickles one time on Dean Martin's roast, and he just was blasting him, man, and Reagan just laughed at him. It's funny to watch. And it's just a blessing to have had a president like that. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe and please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I am praying for you.